When it's scary, just dive in. When it's scary, just dive in. I'm doing the Twisty, or Let's Get Twisty, or whatever we want to call this podcast on the Spiz today by myself. Man, it's been a manic Monday. And me and Melba are looking, we're going to rebrand some stuff. So hopefully that will be coming up. We'll be looking at doing a different type of show, but I need to do the Twisty show, just from Twisty, because I'm a scary motherfucker. I scare people with my my mouth, with my brain, and I love it though. I love it. So I'm doing this all by myself. I gotta prove I can do this all. Who knows where the fuck this will go today? But I gotta tell you about my Monday, man. I used to get. I know there's a lot of you motherfuckers out there that probably have the Sunday Scaries, and my answer to avoiding the Sunday Scaries has been to move Sunday to Monday and have the Monday Scaries, because Tuesday is my actual biggest day. A lot of you guys are off on Tuesdays, so I am back to backs from 10 to 4-ish usually on Tuesdays. And it's been great to hand over sales for chiropractic results to Dr. Brandon, who's absolutely crushing it. And we're only going to keep getting better. And I'm going to talk today about some of the cool things I've seen in the month of February with chiropractic results. But, you know, when I was a kid, I got scared on Sundays because I didn't go to school. One, I didn't go to school because I didn't fucking like it. It was stupid, especially when I started fucking smoking pot and writing songs. And I used to write songs. I'd run out of paper. And so I would write on the walls like a true mad, like genius, crazy person. And my mom would get so pissed off because I'd also actually erase. Once I got a 4-track recorder, I'd record those songs and then I erase on the wall, run out of paper again. And then I would erase and write again. And so on Sundays, I would watch The Sopranos as a teenager and stay up really, really late. And Monday, I'd be like, Mom, I'm not going to school. I learned how to miss the most amount of school days before they could hold you back. And I passed all my Regents tests with, the most amazing grades. My teachers came to me and were like, what the fuck, dude? But I was so cool in high school. Like, I come in, the teachers would be like, you smell like booze. And I'm like, yeah, you want a shot? I got a shot in my back. But anyways, I've moved my Sunday Scaries to Monday because it seems like motherfuckers can't wait to just blast you on Monday when you're in a service-based business. I get it. I feel for you guys out there. So I try to ease into my Mondays. I like my Mondays light. I have a light afternoon on Mondays. I can do my admin work. I can get my marketing stuff together. And it's been really, really nice. But I got hit this morning with an email. As we launched out this chiropractic results, one of the things that I was telling Brandon, and I love and I appreciate, if you say this to me, first, let me just tell you, who wouldn't love hearing this? I finally get to work with you, Twisty. I've always wanted to work with you. And then my ass has to say, or Brandon's ass has to say now, you're not really working with Twisty. You're getting into his machine. Because one of the genesis of building a chiropractic results was I reached the scalability complex. Look, I come from that world. Keep raising your fees, and absolutely you should keep raising your fees. But you have to have value applied to it. You have to have sales skills. And I will tell you like no other. Look, my ass has done better going to Close for Chiro for my business, just sitting in on all these master classes this last year. And I went to Arizona 2 weeks ago. Again, I keep coming back with stuff for myself. So I'm so grateful and appreciative to Dan. I wanted to get Dan on today, that was one of my biggest goals was to get Dan on here to be my co-host with me, and so I could bounce off, and we'll do that. But you gotta get your asses to Close for Chiro, man. They're in closeout period for their next session. If you saw my post I did the other day about Dan Bay, you see what people have said about what he's done for them, and part of that was built off of, man, I wrote this post on Sunday. What are they going to say about you when you leave the room? And when Dr. Guy Reekman passed away, you saw this last week in our social spheres, all the loving words. But why does someone have to wait to die to get their flowers? And so the first thing I thought of who deserved flowers, because to me, I don't give them enough flowers, is Dan Bay. And if you don't know Dan, integrity, loyalty, protection, and just genius when it comes to changing this profession. Behind the movement that's made sales a thing. Now we've gotten past, now his challenge is even bigger. And I think what ultimately Close for Cairo is doing and has done, especially this last 2 years, is it's creating better leaders. And I myself have stepped into my CEO era. And what that means for me and to me is that I'm in the era of scalability. So when people say I get to finally work with Twisty, no, I'm booked. I got my roster. I got my roster of clients. I really love them. They're my peeps. And they love me, and we're going to ride for as long as it goes. But I built Chiropractic Results to scale out, and you're buying a machine. You're buying a plug-and-play machine. And I got an email this morning. I had already known when we launched out with Chiropractic Results, this is the first month of January. So we've been alpha testing for, previously 6 months, going back to the summer, and then in the fall, core alpha group being the first original real OG alphas. And then January, I launched out with the retail alpha pricing. One of the dudes came in, I knew him. He was kind of vetted from another peep, and he had went through Close for Cairo, but something wasn't clicking for me right away, and I should have trusted my Twisty sense. And, you're also, like, for you guys out there, look, you're going to have your clients. One of the very first people that signed up for this retail, Dr. Josh, who's in Massachusetts, signed up to build an asset on his name, and he was in the middle of selling his practice, and he's like, I got to keep growing. And we just did a case study on him. If you saw that out there, he's getting about 4 new patients a month in 60 days. Which is exactly where we trended to be. Now, I have clients that have signed up in January and February who are a little less than that in certain markets. And I have clients like the dude who emailed me today, who the first, not even 30 days, had 12 website clickovers, 9 phone calls or something like that. And it was absolutely killing in the Southern Florida market. So it killed me to fucking cancel his account. Dude emailed me like, we got to have a chat about, expectations. I'm like, I already laid out expectations, dude. This is a machine. I had screwed up on some billing thing. He was going to get a discount for being a Close for Cairo doc or a Phoenix doc, and I owed him $119 for the whole month. Me culpa on that. I'm giving gifts out to my hype accounts. Those shirts are in production, but I was already filling out through the month because I would get text messages from this dude. And I remember talking to someone being like, dude, this is not access to Twisty. So if you're signing up to be with Chiropractic Results, I'm going to tell you this now. Do not expect to have access to Twisty for other cool things and be able to just casually pick my brain. And I'm sorry. That's for my clients. I have Twisty CMO and other programs. And, if a spot opens up on the roster, we can always talk. But I had to protect my peace. And, this individual, I can see both sides. I have cognitive dissonance. Hey, man, you're not ready to be an alpha client on this. We need early adopters who, don't need hand holding on this first round. Now, 6 months, a year from now, when everyone's going, because it's happening, you're starting to see it. We got cheerleaders out there going, dude, this fucking machine is work because it's working. This is the best creation I've ever had. And you want to be the person who's like, hey, I let the other guys take that bump at the line and see they didn't have a heart attack. They didn't die. You want to be a late adopter. The train's still coming around. The price will be up. The value stack won't be as high. But one of the things that's not included is you don't get access to Twisty. I had to protect my peace. So I wrote about that. You guys can check it out on my Twisted Thoughts. And I think this is a lesson for all of you with patients who take more of your peace. I've learned 2 big things with this. One, let them go faster. At 43, I don't have energy, bandwidth, time. I gotta go. Let's fucking grow. Let's fucking go. If it's not in alignment, it's not about profits. It's not about revenue. 23-year-old Twisty, 33-year-old Twisty would have put on a performance, would have sacrificed, would have discounted, would have said, please stay with me. I'm sorry. Monkey fucking jump. I'll jump higher. I ain't fucking more, man. This thing's a machine and it's working. And I can replace so fucking easy within an hour. I did, which is cool. So I learned 2 big things. Let them go early, number 1. And number 2, there's no such thing as a loss. What am I out? I did give some cool shit to this guy as a value add because this guy needs all the help he can get. But I learned that everything can be content. And that's why what's happening here today. You got a patient that drives you fucking crazy you don't want to deal with, fire them, move them over to someone else, do whatever you need to do to protect your peace. But also talk about it, learn from it, help others in the same situation. We have a big week, big month for Chiropractic Results. We have more than tripled our hype accounts. We now have, I think, less than 30 to go to get to 100 hype accounts. across the country. We got clinics that are doubling their traffic. Phones are ringing off the hook like they used to. They're getting new patient requests. They're getting index, source, mention, referred on AI. We're showing, and you can follow me on Facebook every day. I'm showing before and after, because that is something you guys should be doing in your practice. That's what chiropractic results is all about. Show me the results. Cool. Let me use the results. Index those results. We're doing it. You can see, we got people, Dan Bay, giving him his flowers. You can go see that post I did. Hey, man, check out the post about him ranking #1 on Gemini, which is a high priority for us right now because of that relationship with Apple. Well, I think that's what I can do. That's what I did today. We're under 15 minutes. I think that's digestible for you guys. Hey, man, protect your peace. If you're just feeling this ain't a fit for me to be working with you, that doesn't mean you're bad, they're bad, but fucking protect your peace over profits, because profits will come. I'm learning that myself.